And off to work we go. Hi ho, hi ho. Guess I should have checked traffic first on my 36-mile commute to work. How y'all doing, folks? Two Wheel Texan here. I am just gonna upload my first MotoVlog, and I guess I'll introduce myself. Maybe get to know me a little bit better. I want to start to upload videos regularly, and maybe some DIYs and upgrades, mods, things like that. I am a, as you can tell by my name, proud Texan. I was born and raised here in Texas. 28 years old, and I've been riding for 2 years on a 99 Honda Shadow. Amazing bike. I'll upload a picture of it right here. I always wanted to ride, but of course I had a very protective mother who never liked the idea of me riding, and so I never did it at a very young age, but I always loved the idea of it. So after being married for a few years, I finally, my wife actually surprised me, knowing that I always had this desire to ride. She surprised me with the wedding anniversary, wedding anniversary gift of a motorcycle course class. Here in the state of Texas, it's now required to take the class to get your motorcycle license, but you don't have to take the riding test. You just have to take the written test. So she surprised me with that. It was a weekend course, knocked it out, did real good. I had a little experience on ATVs, other small vehicles too. So I knew the basics, the fundamentals of it. And it translated over great to motorcycles. So, like I said, took the class. It went well, passed, of course, and then I went in the very next day and took the written test at the DMV. Passed that as well, and next thing you know, here I am. Bought a first bike. I actually bought a 86 Chevy Silverado that I was gonna try to restore. That project kind of, I guess, got put on the back burner. And I decided to just punt it. I guess I kind of got tired of it. So I threw it up on Craigslist. Next thing I know, I got a hit with someone offering to trade me a Honda Rebel 250 for it. And I decided perfect timing. So I, the deal was quite even. So went ahead and just did an even swap on it. Once I got the bike, I mean, it was very tore up. I don't think I have any pictures of it, otherwise I would post them right here. But it was pretty tore up, but it was a great starter bike. About myself, I'm a bit on the heavy side. I'm just under 6 foot, I think about 250, 260. So you can only imagine me on that little 250 Rebel. I mean, I weighed more than what it had in cc's, which is a very bad ratio. Anyways, it was a great starter bike. I think I was able to get it up to 60 miles an hour one time with the downwind, and it was pretty awesome. I had that for about 3 months maybe. Ended up trading that for my Honda Shadow that I showed you earlier, along with a little bit of cash, but it was alright. I mean, I ended up making, I guess, a good deal on it, I believe. So I ended up trading that, and like I said, rode that for about 2 years. It gave out on me for about 4 or 5 months, and it ended up being the starter button that actually gave out on me. And at the same time, I guess from sitting, or it was the fuel filter along with the starter button that I guess kind of gave out one after the other, and it was sitting while I was sitting. But I ended up fixing the starter button, relocated it underneath the seat. I was gonna make a bobber out of it, and I still am. So in the future, look out for videos and pictures on that. But I ended up relocating the starter button. It would start, but it would splutter real bad. Took it to a mechanic, and he told me it was the actual fuel pump that went out on it. Fuel pump that went out on it, and replaced that. Purred like a kitten. I mean, it was just perfect. Rode that for a little longer. Decided it was about time for me to upgrade. You know, you always have that desire for more power. At the same time, I've always been, you know, I've always had the idea of wanting to ride cross country, and I don't know why. It's always, you know, been a desire of mine to be able to ride cross country, and I figured now was the time to do it. You know, I have the knowledge, I have the experience. You know, I know it's not the safest thing to do, but I decided why not go ahead and do it. So ended up looking. I kind of wanted to get into sports bikes, but again, I wanted the touring side of it as well. So I started searching forums and, you know, getting ideas on what's the best sports touring bike out there. Ended up finding a lot of great options. I was actually looking at a Yamaha FZ1 for a while. And then, you know, I wanted it to be able to be, you know, capable of riding 2-up on it, you know, for long hauls with my wife. Bought the bike about 2 weeks ago. Got a great deal on it from the previous owner, who was a second owner. Had full extent paperwork on it. You know, taking it to the Triumph dealership to get it worked on. Bike only had, I think, maybe 7,200. I've already had it for 200 miles, or put already 200 miles on it, or over 200. My first impressions when I test rode it just around the block was, it was good. I mean, it was amazing. You know, it had a more aggressive feel than my Shadow, and you know, it was very forward leaning, which was completely different again from my Shadow, but I thought I would be okay with it. Well, after riding it home, after about 30 minutes, that definitely got, you know, very painful on my wrist. I mean, not being used to leaning so much on my wrist. So I did got home, you know, searched things that I could do. Ended up discovering, you know, I could put these bar ends on it, which I'll post a video of the installation, and I'll link it in the description down below for you to see. So far they've been amazing, paired along with the grips that I installed. I know they're blue and you're probably wondering like what the hell, but I'm gonna end up turning this bike with blue graphics, blue pieces here and there. My helmet's blue, of course, as you can tell, one of my favorite colors. So you know, it's weird right now, but eventually when I'm done, it's gonna look real nice. I just needed to upgrade the grips already because they were very painful. You know, the stock ones didn't have any cushion at all. Anyway, so those are the two things I've done so far. It's a modest upgrade. I think I'm gonna try to do a more custom fit to rise the handlebars more up here to give me a more vertical, or, you know, straight sitting position. Right now I'm still leaning forward, roughly at about maybe 80 degrees, I guess, 75 degrees. It's not as aggressive as most sports bikes, but it's still forward. I want to still at least get myself to a 90 degree, if not as close possible to it. So again, that's my first impressions of the bike. I've had it for a couple hundred miles. I want to put at least 1,000 in it, and I'll give you a more extended review of it, and I'll post any more upgrades. So back to me again. Born and raised here in the proud state of Texas. I've been to a couple other states around, but I always enjoy Texas better. Maybe I'm being biased, but it's my state. Got a nice tattoo of it on my arm just to remind me. So again, I mean, that's pretty much about me. My wife has a YouTube channel as well that she just started a couple months ago, and she's been doing really good with it, and it's just amazing. You know, I help her produce the show, and it's just amazing, you know, how far she's come in so little time. And you know, I want to be able to enjoy that too. You know, she loves doing what she does on her YouTube channel. So I know there's a ton of motovloggers out there, but I enjoy riding. I mean, I try every day I can. I commute to work. Again, it's a 36-mile commute one way. So the ride there and the ride back with traffic usually lasts about an hour each way, if not more. But it's something that I enjoy. I hated doing it in a cage, but it's all I had. My shadow, you know, would get knocked around on the highway. You know, it would hit the rev limit so bad, you know, if I try to push it. So it didn't have that power, so I rarely rode it to work. Now that I have this one, I have amazing power between my legs, and I'm not talking about my ding dong. I'm talking about this 1050cc engine. It's not the biggest out there, but it's definitely a badass machine. So again, now with that, every day I can. My wife hates it because it's so far, but you know, she loves me, and she knows that this is what I love to do, so she, you know, allows it. She is the boss, so I gotta do what she says. If it looks too bad, then she says no. But so far she's been okay with it. I know I'm pushing it because I have been riding almost every day to work on it now, you know, and as you can tell, the weather is not that great right now. It's yesterday, you know, I turned on the news, and first thing that pops up right down the street from me, there was a motorcycle involved accident because of the fog. She was like, no. I'm like, come on, I'll be alright, I'll take the back roads. So, you know, after a little bit of convincing and putting my ding dong on her, she finally said yes. So I was able to take it out yesterday. As far as gear, I'm riding with the Cena 10C. You know, it's the Bluetooth integrated camera. Hold on, I got an itch in my nose. So I'm riding the Cena 10C camera and Bluetooth. I know the quality is not as good as a GoPro, but I wanted to be able to get both in one. So that's what I decided to go with. Later, I do want to go ahead and add maybe a GoPro underneath the bike or at the side wheel. You know, give you guys a different angle other than what's in front of me. I'm not sure how I feel about having a camera facing me. I don't know. I like staying behind the camera instead of in front of it. But who knows? That might be a later upgrade as well. So that's about it for now. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up because I still got a long way to work, and I doubt y'all want to hear me that long. So if you guys have any questions, I mean, I doubt y'all do. If y'all stick around this long, I really appreciate it. If y'all do want to see more, hit that subscribe button. Again, I hope to post some great content. I will post, you know, motovlogs, my thoughts, my ideas. And I like to do some night riding as well, so I'll post some shots of that as well. But again, stay tuned if you want to see more. Otherwise, again, I appreciate y'all staying this long. I'll see you on the upside. 2 Wheel texting out.